Well, greetings, Moody Theological Seminary Greek geeks, and welcome to week 7 of 7 weeks of Greek syntax and exegetical method. This week is a capstone where you'll be pulling it all together. So, charis humin kai rene, with grace to you and peace, in this last week of the course, Greek syntax and exegetical method. As usual, one last shot at encouraging you to maintain, even when you leave the course, a good self-disciplined study schedule for maintaining what you've learned in Greek and using and putting in the application all the principles of Greek exegesis and exegetical or Greek syntax and exegetical method. Last motivating memo here from B.B. Warfield, the theologian. Notice that even the theologians are recognizing the absolute foundation of biblical languages to building a good theology. Read down through this, and I trust you'll be encouraged by it. Well, this week is your exegetical paper and verbal aspect book review. These are the two things you'll be turning in. And by the completion of the week, you should be able to write an exegetical paper on 1 Thessalonians 4, 1-8. You will have done so and turn it in, and you write a book review on verbal aspect. This week, you're going to do chapter 17 in Wallace and Edwards, pages 162 to 64. With regard to the exegetical paper, here's the grading rubric and an outline for exegetical paper. A couple of downloads for you. A PDF document and a Word document. I would look these over carefully. This is how you'll be graded. And these are there to help you. So abide by them, conform to them, do a good job. Now, this exegetical paper is going to reflect most of the work you've done during the course with regard to 1 Thessalonians 4, 1-8. This is to be in Turabian format, title page, table of contents, the body of the paper, from introduction through conclusion, a bibliography. And then if there's any appendices you want to put in, you can, of course, include those if you like, but they're not necessary. The title page, table of contents, text of the paper, bibliography, these are all necessary, and they all must be in proper Turabian format. Now, you're to take the previous assignments, correct and revise them, add new material. Remember, each of the steps of the exegetical method, you should be applying all the way through the passage, not just to the verses that you had to for the individual assignments. But you're applying those, all those steps all the way through the passage. And then you submit a 2,400-word, 8-page paper. That would be double-spaced and so forth, as a Turabian paper should be. But 8 pages, not 9 pages, not 7 pages. It ought to be pretty much a full, solid text, introduction through conclusion. I'll even let you put the introduction and conclusion outside the 8 pages if you need to. So you can have an introduction, 8 pages, and conclusion if you need to. But the 8 pages ideally would include your introduction and conclusion. As I said, you can include appendices, your charts, and so on, but those don't count towards your word count or page count. And remember, you want to save this for your MDiv portfolio. But clean up your work. Make sure you've applied all the principles of the exegetical method throughout the paper, not just the assignments themselves. Provide what you would be proud to be turning in and what you would want others to see of your work. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. But again, remember, 2,400 words, ideally introduction through conclusion. There should also be a title page, table of contents, bibliography, all in Turabian format. Also, you have your book review on verbal aspect. That's a 600-word, 2-page review of Constantine Campbell's book that you've been reading. This review should not be a summary of the contents, but a reflection, discussion of the relevance of verbal aspect for correct exegesis and dealing with the way Campbell's approach has challenged your assumptions about the New Testament text. Don't just summarize, but rather interact and, again, discuss the relevance of verbal aspect in light of what Campbell says and how her book has challenged you in this. Again, just the normal stuff here at the end about what's involved each week and the discussion board and all of that. But this is your last week. I look forward to seeing the papers and grading them. Looking forward to some great work as you've mastered this matter of Greek syntax and exegetical method.